Hello. My hair looks a little iffy. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hey guys. I don't know if I'm live. I hope so. I always forget how to do this stuff. Hi guys. I'm just going to give it a few minutes and let everybody give them the chance to come on. Hi. It's been a while. It's been a while. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everyone's staying healthy. I know these are challenging times for everyone, financially, health-wise, mentally. A lot of frustrations going on, a lot of cleansing going on, a lot of spiritual ascension is going on, which can be painful, which can be challenging, which can be violent sometimes, because the old is no longer accepted and the new needs to happen and will be forced to happen. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of energy is very heavy energy. It's been affecting me greatly as an empath. I'm super sensitive to energy. This year has been extremely challenging for me, and I have been taking it slower than I used to, because it's simply I'm just simply not capable of doing the amounts of work that I used to do, because of the energy levels, because my children are home 24/7 and have been home for months now, and they will be home for several more months. So it's been extremely challenging for everyone. So it looks like most people are coming. Hey. Hello, everyone. Okay, so Trudy, I came down with oral thrush unexpectedly. No reason. Am concerned. Any thoughts? They're kind of telling me that you don't need to be overly concerned. They're making me feel like your throat chakra is a little bit out of balance. It almost feels like there's a lot of frustration that you're walking around with, a lot of things that are bothering you, that are annoying you. It just feels to me like you have massive ups and downs right now, and it's just affecting the throat chakra, because you want, it feels to me like to say you have so much you want to see changed, but you're not capable of always fully expressing what you want to say, and so it's creating imbalance in the throat chakra. So what I would recommend for you is 3 cups a day, ginger lemon tea with honey, or thyme tea. 3 cups a day. You can add honey to the thyme tea as well, if you like it sweet. And you should start feeling better within about 5 to 6 hours after your tea. So I hope that helps. So, okay, you're seeing me shoveling cards. You know, I have been working as a full-time medium nonstop for 5 years now, day after day after day after day, you know, and just like any other job, sometimes we all kind of lose the funness in the job, because, you know, as channelers, as mediums, we're constantly dealing with people who are grieving, who are scared, who are fearful, who are in distress, who are suicidal, who or always seeking healing, and that can be, you know, if you think about it, as a medium, your daily life is about death and hurt and pain, and that can be very challenging. And you know, it sometimes happen, and I've heard other mediums go through the same thing. It sometimes happens that you lose the joy for what you do, and it's not because you don't like what you do. It's not because you don't want to help people. It's just because day in, day out, death, pain, death, pain, death, pain, and it's so challenging for us to deal with that and to continue to find the joy in spirituality. So this year, my guides and my angels have really been urging me to have more fun with spirituality, to really go back to how I started, where everything was just play and fun, and just for shits and giggles. And that's how it all started for me. Let's do this. Let's try that. Let's do this. You know, and everything was exciting and everything was fun and everything was just really cool to do. I've kind of lost that a little bit along the way. So I'm trying desperately to kind of reconnect to the joy, the funness of what I do, to kind of step away for a little bit from, you know, from all the loss. Although it's always part of spiritual channeling, it's always going to be part of it, but to really just kind of have fun. And so I took my cards out and I decided to kind of just have fun with you guys, if that's okay. And I haven't used these in 5 years, so my shoveling will probably be a little bit bad. But so, you know, today I just thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if I just allow the spirits to pick a card for you? And then I will show you the card that they picked for you. And then I will share with you what I feel intuitively, or what they might be trying to get through to you. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Let me know if that's okay with you guys. And then I'll just start. I mean, you guys are going so fast. I got to get a pen here. Hold on. So I can write your names down. So I can write a name down, okay? All right. So if you guys want a card, just write down card, please. And whoa, you guys. Okay. I got to be quick here. 200 people talking all at the same time. Peter Matty. I'm going to write it down so I make sure. Okay, Peter. Here we go. Let's see what comes up. This has been so long. Oh, there's your card. We got a jumper. So this is your card. I hope you guys can see it. This is for Peter Matty. I hope I say your name right. It says, temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Okay, let's see what I get. So they're talking about an unhealthy habit. Unfortunately, to me, it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with eating or with a physical habit. To me, it feels more like you have a tendency of overanalyzing everything. It's almost like you want to know too much. It's like you become obsessed by trying to figure out everything that is happening in the universe, trying to understand every source of everything. And so you look into this and you look into that and you look into this and you look into that. And eventually it's almost like you overload your brain with too much information that really doesn't help you in your lifetime. So I think that they're showing me downsizing. They're showing me that you need to focus on the spiritual teachings, the universal wisdom that helps you in your daily life, and not be so consumed by wanting to know, and I'm just giving an example. For example, people go into conspiracy theories and they go into ETs and they go into, metaphysical, like physics and quantum physics and things like that. And they want to know everything. Okay. They're saying downsize. Okay. You're trying, the unhealthy habit is trying to absorb too much information, and what happens is everything becomes intellectualized, but it doesn't become practice. You don't practice what you know. It's just, it stays in here, but it's not being expressed or used in the daily life. So try to reduce the amount of information that you're trying to absorb. Focus on the information that will help you in your lifetime, in your current situation, and then apply it. Don't just understand it. It has to become part of your daily routine. You have to incorporate the spiritual wisdom that you know intellectually into practice. Okay, so I hope that helps a bit, Peter. You just feel like a busy bee, like you're always trying to understand everything, looking into all kinds of stuff. Sometimes keeping it simple is better, because then you can master what you know before you move on to something new. Okay? Let me know if that resonates with you guys, okay? Okay. Brittany C. Brittany C. Brittany C. I won't be able to read all the comments, but I'll have to read them later because they're going by so fast. Brittany C. Brittany C. Okay, this is yours, Brittany. I don't know if, hopefully you can see it. So it's the moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. The first thing that pops into my mind when I see your card and when I read your name is that you are very perfectionistic. It almost feels to me like you're super concerned about how things look to the outside world. You want things to be right, and you're very demanding upon yourself. It feels to me like they're showing me weights on your shoulders. You are making life much harder on yourself than it should be. So they're letting me know that you need to learn to just kind of let things flow. You need to learn to go at your own natural pace of life. It feels to me like you're always rushing, you're always trying to get somewhere, you're always trying to get stuff done, you're always trying to achieve something. Learn to relax, slow down, take a little bit of a step back, and learn to enjoy the ride as you go. You're going to get there too, okay? You're going to get there just as fast if you just enjoy the ride. Okay, don't try to control everything. It feels to me like you can be very much like, I want that, and then I'm going to try and control everything in my power to get me to that direction. While if you just send out the intention, this is what I want, this is what I will receive because God loves me, then you will see that you will with more ease and with less effort and less stress and less anxiety, because I do feel like you can get anxiety attacks if something doesn't go the way that you had planned it to go, that you will have the same result. So you need to learn to surrender and flow naturally with your own current, okay? I hope that resonates with you, Brittany. Daniela, Michelle, I think. Ooh, it's going so fast. Daniela, I think Michiel or Michelle, I'm not really sure. It went really fast. Daniela. Exciting. I saw somebody said, this resonates totally. Cool. Sometimes it happens that a card doesn't resonate with you at this moment, and then next week you'll be like, oh, now I get the card. I've had that happen too, where they're just giving you something that's going to happen. They've already given you the advice for something that will happen. So keep that in mind. They're not always on when it comes to the human timeline. Oh, here we go. Danielle. Or Daniel. Daniel or Danielle. Okay, this is your card. Let's see if I can get that to zoom. These are fairy cards, by the way. So it says manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life, and then write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. So it sounds to me like Danielle or Daniel, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, feels like a boy, could be a girl. They're going, it's an equal amount of energy, so I'm not sure. Let's see here. It just feels to me like there's always a lot of frustration because there's a need for manifestation. Feels to me like something is, you know, requested to come into your journey, and it feels to me like your worry, your fear of not receiving it is always pushing it further and further away from you, and so you're not applying the manifestation law correctly. You know what you want, you know what it will look like, but it feels to me that anytime you try to manifest, you start off positive, and after a couple of days you go back into doubt, fear, worry. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? When will it happen? How will it happen? And then you literally always block it. So it's really simple. You know, write it down. You know, a lot of people have those vision boards. You know, put it up there and don't worry about it. Oh, it's up there. I've sent it out, so now it's up to the universe to guide me to get there, and all I got to do is just follow the signs. You know, it's about writing it down, visualizing it, knowing that it's happening because I've sent it out. The universe heard me, and so now I just have to wait for the right moment for it to come to me. It's about being in a state of acceptance and receiving instead of being in a state of waiting and what if. You know, so manifestations will occur, will come into your path the moment you surrender to the knowing that the universe has your back. Okay, and write it down. This is what the card says. Write it down. Write it down. So I hope that helps, Danielle. Oh, Lord. Too fast, too fast. I wish I could pause you guys. Beatrice Hilke? Beatrice Hilke. All right, here we go, Beatrice. Isn't this fun? There's your card. We call that a jumper. Just jumped out. Let me know if you guys resonate with the information. This is your beautiful card. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Love this card. Okay, so the card reads transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. So, Beatrice, it feels to me like you are in a state of, it almost feels like, it feels to me like you're in a current job right now, but your mind is telling you you want to look into a different direction for a future job. So it feels to me like you want to switch a job because I don't know, I just feel like the current, whatever job situation you're in, it's either not happening or it's not fulfilling. And it feels to me like you really want to do something else, but you lack the courage and you lack the self-confidence to actually go after that idea. So they're showing me be brave. So you're really going to have to collect the courage to turn your new passion, your new excitement, your new ideas into reality. You're really going to have to, and even if you have a job right now, you can always slowly merge from one into another job. But it almost feels like, you know, you just have to make the decision. It feels to me like you're undecisive, like you know what you want, but you're scared to go after it because you're not sure if it's going to provide you with the security that your current job will give you. So yeah, it just feels to me like, you know, step out of your comfort zone and just go, you know, just go for it. You got nothing to lose. You know, people always think they have so much to lose in this human incarnation, but really you're always in control and you can always find a solution to whatever problem may arise. But if you don't go for it, if you never try it, you will regret it for the rest of your life. And then that's going to be much harder to deal with than should you go for it and it doesn't turn out the way you want to, then that's okay. Then you move into something new again. So, but they're making me feel like whatever this is, this new thing you want to move into, let go of the fear and put it into practice. Start creating it, start manifesting it, start planning how you might be able to get there. Okay? So, Beatrice, I hope that helps. And it might not be a job, but I just feel job, but it might, you know, it might be like I want a new home or, you know, but for some reason job keeps popping into my head. So, oh Lord. Ooh, Amy McFarland. Amy McFarland. I think you're in my Facebook group, Amy. Oh, well, hello. Your card came out real quick. This is your card. It says, ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Okay, Amy, so what I'm getting intuitively is that you are a very spiritual being. You are very connected, I feel. I feel like you are a very strong empath and intuitive as well. And I feel like you are trying to explore. You are trying to tap into your own spiritual connection, your own spiritual gifts. But it feels to me like it almost feels to me like you always feel like you're a burden to your team or you're a burden to spirits because you're very demanding on them. And it feels to me like they're saying, you know, go for it. You know, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help. But also don't be afraid. I hear, don't be afraid to ask human help as well. Don't be afraid to reach out to teachers or fellow spiritual humans, beings, even ETs. It feels to me like there's an interest in ETs, and they're showing me don't be afraid to reach out to the ETs that are willing to assist you in your spiritual awakening. So don't limit who you ask help for, is what I'm getting. And when you do ask, know that that prayer, that request is always going to be answered. And it might not be the next day or the same day, but you will get a confirmation of that. But definitely continue to follow your own spiritual connection. I feel like it's much larger than you believe it to be. All you need to do is ask for the right guidance. That's all you need to do. Samantha Moore. Samantha Moore. Hello, Samantha. You have, I wish you guys, I don't know if you guys can see the feed, but it is going at, hi Elmer, I see you. Let's see. Samantha. I feel like we need to have a jumper. Just as I said it, it jumped out. I kept waiting for a jumper. I'm like, I gotta wait for the jumper. Okay. Look, you have the same one, I think it was Brittany, but I'm not sure. You have the same one, moon energy. Okay, so moon energy is surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So Samantha, for you, I also feel like you have a really hard time doing things unplanned. It almost feels like everything in your life has to be part of a schedule, has to be part of a plan. Like if you go on vacation, you can't just pack your bags, go to the airport, and then decide where you're going. It almost feels like for you that's impossible to do, to be spontaneous, to kind of be impulsive. You're always trying to control everything in your life. So they're basically saying just kind of flow, you know, take a day. This is my homework for you, is what I'm getting. And whoever gets this card, this is a great exercise. You should pick one day a week where you don't make any plans and you just wake up and say, what do I feel like I want to do right now? And you follow it without questioning it. You follow it without questioning it. And once you've done that, and you're like, okay, what do I want to do now? You know, and then you go there. What do I want to eat? And you don't decide beforehand. You just, in that moment, trust your intuitive guidance. Feel what you want. Don't think what you want. What do I feel I want to do? Go inward into the emotional center. Go into the heart chakra. And what you're doing then is you are increasing your intuition. You are increasing the awareness of your own inner guidance. So I recommend doing that at least once a week. Even if it's only an afternoon that you're like, okay, I'm going to be impulsive. I feel like I need to go right. Okay, I'm walking right. You know, it's about, you know, completely surrendering to where the universe is leading you on that day without questioning it, without worrying about where am I going, what's happening. So learn to surrender, learn to release the control. And the more you do it, the more you will get great results. The more you will be like, ooh, I got got some great stuff here happening today just because I surrendered. And the more you're going to surrender more and more, because you're going to notice that letting go of things, trusting your own inner guidance, trusting the push and the pull of your spiritual team is going to lead you to better results than if you're constantly trying to hold on and control every situation in your life. Whew. So I hope that helps, Samantha. Oh, Lord. Debbie Writer. Sounds German, but I think Debbie. Are you Canadian by any chance? Keep seeing the Canadian flag, Debbie. So many of you guys. If you guys want me to do more of these, because these are just fun, just let me know. Also, know that I have a Patreon account where I post every week spiritual channeled messages and where I answer your spiritual questions. Well, I don't answer it. My spiritual team answers your spiritual questions. We also do lives where we talk about subjects. And I'm thinking of maybe doing one on all of these conspiracy theories. You guys can ask your conspiracy theory question, and I will tell you what my spiritual team says about it. But we're also going to talk about angels and guides and all kinds of stuff. So if you guys want to join my Patreon account, it's only $3 for a whole month, and you get early access to all the channeling interviews. And I am doing, or I did the interview, Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, is coming for you guys, and people on Patreon will see it a week before everyone else on YouTube. And you also get special behind the scenes videos on Patreon. So it's a lot of fun. Come join me there. It only costs a cup of coffee, and you get a lot of fun and very insightful channel messages and information. One, for example, Bruce Lee stepped forward and explained self-discipline in detail and the importance of it and how to achieve it, and so on and so forth. So a lot of fun stuff. Go check it out. Patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh. Okay, Debbie. This is your card, by the way, that popped out. Hope you can see that. So your card says protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So, Debbie, what I'm getting intuitively is that you're at the beginning stages of opening yourself up to the possibility of spirituality. And it almost feels to me like inside you have a knowing that it's not woo-woo. But it feels to me like you've only just recently allowed yourself to fully open up to looking into it, investigating it, studying it, and so on and so forth. So it feels to me like you're very much at the beginning stages of your spiritual awakening, and there is an awakening happening. And in order for you to be able to experience this and continue to experience this awakening in a very positive, very nurturing, they are urging you to make sure that you protect yourself when opening up to the spiritual realm. And that means that, it's very simple. The way that I do it is every morning when I wake up, I literally just say thank you to my spiritual team. I thank Mother Earth. I thank Father Sky for protecting me with love and light, and for communicating to me in all highest health and wellness. And in doing so, I visualize that by saying this intention, this expression of gratitude, that my little bubble of protection goes up, my little energy is ready for action. It is allowing love to go in and out, but it is keeping all the lower vibrations, the negative, out. And that does help when it comes to spirits and things like that. Sometimes the energies globally can be still overwhelming for an empath, but no negative entities can reach you, or can even see you by expressing that intention, that act of gratitude every morning. So if you want to hear what I say, Father, Mother, God, thank you for surrounding me with your golden white light of love and protection. I call upon my angels, guides, friends, and family to communicate to me in all highest health and wellness. I appreciate the love and protection that is sent to me, and so it is. And so that's my little morning ritual. It takes me just a second to say it, and I'm off. I'm good to go. I know when I say this, I'm good to go. Only love for me. All right. So I hope that helps a little bit, Debbie. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh, so fast. I can't even I can't even read the names. Slow down, peoples. Oh, Deb Freher. I hope I saw that right. Deb Freher. Fraher, I think. Deb. Your names are flashing by so fast I can't even focus on the names. Tammy George. I see Tammy George. I'm going to put Tammy George on for next. Okay. I saw a name. Woohoo. Okay, Deb Freher. I think it said Deb Freher. Hi, Pam. I love you. My American Mama Pam is here. She's my partner in crime and all the channelings that I do. She does such a great job asking all the questions. She also has her own Patreon account and YouTube, Facebook channel, Facebook page. And she also does card readings. So go check her out. Oh, there we go. There's your jumper. This is for Deb. Look how pretty. Okay. Your card, Deb, says fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It is said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. You know, that is such an important message for everyone, I feel. So, Deb, for you, it feels to me like you need to understand. It feels to me like, you know, you want a lot of things to change in your life. You want a lot of things to, positive things to happen and to come into your journey. But it almost feels like your mind knows what it wants, but your subconscious mind believes that that cannot happen. So they're saying you have to believe it first if you want to see it come into manifestation, if you want to see it come into fruition. As long as you don't believe in it with every fiber in your body, with every fiber in your soul, as long as you are doubtful that what you want can be achieved, then you're always going to boycott yourself. And that can be in many different areas of your life. But I feel like overall, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the financial, there are it just feels like imbalance is there, that you want to see change, that you want to see different. But you're afraid that what if it doesn't change? What if it doesn't get any better than this? And that's what's stopping you from attracting and manifesting anything positive in that area. So believe it and you will receive it. It all starts with conscious creation. Okay? People think that everything has to come from a physical manifestation. First comes the idea, then comes the knowing that this idea will work, and after that comes the realization, comes the manifestation into the physical. Nothing can exist unless it starts with a conscious awareness, when it starts with a conscious idea. So create it in your mind and allow it to manifest itself. Okay? And this can apply to anything in life. And this could apply to a lot of you guys as well. Okay, Tammy George. Tammy George. Woo. Uber Steve, Australia says hi. Belgium says hi too. Uber Steve, we'll do you next. It's early in the morning in Australia, isn't it? Oh, there it goes. Tammy, there's your card. Your card says healing. Can you see it? I don't know if they're shiny or not. Healing. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So it feels to me, Tammy, that there is sadness inside of you. I feel a sadness inside of you. It almost feels like a loss of something or someone, that there's something that you're missing, or something that is making your heart cry. That's what I'm seeing. And so healing needs to take place. And you have to understand that you can ask people for help. It feels to me like you don't like asking people for help, that you are asking angels for help, asking God for help. And then when they send you somebody to help, you go, no, I'm okay. Because you're too proud to ask for help or to receive help, or you are too stubborn. One or the other, I don't know. But don't be afraid to receive the help that is being sent to you, and also understand that you yourself can do self-healing. So I feel the heart chakra is crying. You know, I don't know if there's a deep sadness inside of you, if there has been a loss just recently, but it feels to me like you are sad. Something isn't how you want it to be, and it's making you sad inside. And that is affecting you on a physical level as well. It just makes me feel like something about circulation and muscle. So you have to heal the emotional, the energetic seed of the pain, and then the healing physically will take place as well, and emotionally and mentally. So know that it's all, healing is always interconnected. It's not just the physical. You have to fix all three bodies, physical, energetical, and emotional, in order to actually fully heal a problem. I don't know if that makes sense. You can tell when I'm not channeling very smart spirits. I'm a little bit all over the place. Spirits are usually smarter when they come through me. So I hope that helps a little bit, Tammy. Let me know if that resonates with you. Oh, I forgot the name now. Was it Steve? I think it was Steve. Was it Uber Steve? You know who you are. think it was Uber Steve. Oh, so fast. Uber Steve, Uber Steve. Tammy George, yes, very much. Oh, so happy it resonated with you, Tammy. So happy. Rosalie, your grandma passed away this morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't read the whole message though, because it goes by so fast. Uber Steve, your card is taking a while to come out. Oh, there it goes. Just as I said it. Okay, this is your beautiful card. There's all these beautiful fairies on these cards. Isn't that pretty? I hope you can see it. I don't know if this camera zoomed. There's all these beautiful fairies on these cards. Isn't that pretty? I hope you can see it. I don't know if this camera zooms in yet. New camera, because I had to wait for several months. Okay. Your card reads, flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Okay. So I'm getting some confusing information. Uber Steve, I'm getting very confused when I think of you. This doesn't mean anything bad, but it feels to me like they're trying to show me that you confuse yourself. It's almost like life is confusing. Things are happening that are confusing you. And on top of that, you are trying to find a way to make sense out of everything by looking outside of yourself for answers. And all of that is causing confusion all over. It feels to me like in life, you really are confused of where you're going, what you want, who you want to be. And that causes frustration, and it causes anxiety, and it causes you to sometimes even lash out to people. And so I think what they're trying to say is stop trying. I hear this in my head. Stop trying to find the answers outside of yourself. Find a way to calm down. Find a way to go into a stillness in order for you to find the answers that you're seeking. They're showing me that meditation can be challenging for you because you have a very active mind. So they're showing me that you can have an active meditation as well, like going for a walk in nature, going for a bike ride, you know, whatever it might be, laying in your garden, looking at the clouds go by, listening to the birds, whatever. You know, doing Tai Chi is also meditation, and that's very active. Sometimes for people, you know, working out or going to the gym is a kind of meditation. So find a way to silence that massive jibber jabber that's going on in your head. And don't seek the answers. Allow the answers to come to you in this stillness, in this kind of balanced water of, this balanced water of thought. So, not having any thoughts is almost impossible. But if you can reduce the thoughts and focus on one thing, for example, listening to music or counting in your head, focusing solely on your body, how it feels, then you will allow space to open up in your mind. And when space opens up, then you will receive the right guidance that will give you the answers that you're seeking. Because it feels to me like you have a lot of questions about a lot of things, and all the answers out there are confusing you. All the answers you come up with in your own head are confusing you. So you need to learn to listen to the answers that come from the heart. That doesn't mean these will be your own answers. These will be intuitively sent answers from your spiritual team directly into you. But in order to hear your team, you have to learn to listen. And we cannot listen if our minds are constantly all over the place in all different timelines. You're thinking of the past, you're thinking of the future, you're thinking of everything that's going on, you're thinking of what might happen, you're thinking of all the stuff you're seeing everywhere. Too much clutter. Clear the clutter, calm down the mind, and the answers will find you. And I think that's what they're trying to share with you, okay? Because you have a lot of questions and not a lot of answers so far. Miss Me, hi, my name is Lynn. Can I have a card, please? Sure. Lynn. Oh, hold on. I got a card in my. And then. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, there it goes. That was a fast one. You have we've had this card before too. So Lynn, temptation. This is the card that jumped out for you. So it looks like we all have unhealthy habits to let go of. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Lynn, I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, but I keep seeing massive amounts of coffee. I don't know. Tammy, my card and Uber Steve, I related to both. Good. Yeah, sometimes the other cards will resonate with you as well. So it's not because it's for a specific person. If it resonates with you, then your spiritual team is making that resonate with you. That could be a card for you as well. So that's always good to listen to all the cards. So Lynn, yeah, I don't know if you're a coffee drinker. Let me know. But it almost feels like there's an unhealthy habit in that area. What coffee does is it actually shuts down and disrupts the what is that called in English? Sorry, I'm a Dutch person, so I have to think sometimes. I don't know the name for it, but it really affects and influences your body on a neurological level, and it actually pushes people to go into a kind of a fight and flight mode. So although I love coffee too, go for decaf if you really want to keep the coffee, know and understand that it is affecting your mood. It is affecting how you feel on a daily basis, and it is causing anxiety and fear without you even knowing that it actually comes from that unhealthy habit. So let me know if that resonates with you, Lynn. Caffeine, yeah. Caffeine, there you go. But yeah, it does something. But I'm trying to think the medical term for it. I can see it in my head. I just don't know what it's called in English. Rosalie Vega. Grandma passed away this morning. Oh, honey, so sorry. My team is giving me a thumbs up. She's doing really good, but she's still confused on what's going on. It feels to me like she's like, why do I feel so good all of a sudden? It feels to me like she was suffering on earth. It feels to me like she had a kind heart. I feel like she was funny. They're making me feel like she was a little introvert. So she was a big thinker. She was always thinking, but was always careful about how she expresses what she felt. Lynn says, I drink too much coffee. Let go of the coffee or drink decaf and you will see your spiritual communication open up. Okay. I had to do the same thing. So Rosalie, yeah, your grandma feels to me like a really good, warm-hearted person who cared for everyone, dismissed her own needs, but wasn't always very open, or how would you call it, a little bit of an introvert. A lot went on in that mind of hers, but she didn't always express everything that she was thinking. I will see if she, the thing is, she is being guided right now. She's being surrounded by family. She's being surrounded by angels. Oh, there's the card. Oh, there's the card, just jumped out. You saw it. It feels to me like they're guiding her through the process of going home, because she feels a little confused of what happened. But I don't know. I don't think, it just feels to me like she wasn't feeling well physically, and she feels really good right now, and she's a little confused why all of a sudden all of these kind of heavy energies are gone. But she's in the right place, and they are guiding her. This is the card that jumped out, Rosalie. I don't really know what it says yet. It says, come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. So I think this is just proof that there's a group of them doing the work to get the job done. And I just said that your grandma was surrounded by a group of people and angels and guides trying to get her a home, trying to get her to be comfortable and be guided to where she's supposed to go. And I think this shows that there's a group of them to get the job done. So there's the proof that your grandma is in good hands, and I'm sure she will reach out to you. They're showing me dream state, so it might take, they're giving me 2 to 3 months before you will actually get a clear communication from her, because she needs some time to adjust to her new state. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit, honey. Kristiana Toyin. Kristiana. I'm just writing it down so I don't pick the same person twice. Kristiana Toyin. Oh, here's your card. This is your card. It says, wish wisely. It's a little bit. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. It sounds to me like it just kind of feels to me like you're a very busy person. You have a lot of plans. You want to get a lot of things done in life. You want to, in a way, I feel like you really have a great desire to leave your fingerprint on the world. You really want to be of an influence in this world. You want to be heard. You want to be seen. And so you have a lot of ideas and a lot of wishes that you would like to see fulfilled, but in order to they're saying in order for you to get those wishes come true, you also have to participate in the in the process. So it feels to me like you are, you're sending out a lot of ideas, a lot of wants, a lot of needs, but it's almost like when the guidance is being sent to you, you ignore it, or you simply don't want to see it. Don't get this wrong. This is not negative, but it almost feels like you want certain things to happen, but you're not always willing to go through the training. It sounds weird, but I see a military person having to go through the training on their bellies, going through the mud. You have to go through the mud in order to establish the wish. It's not just going to pop up like that. You have to participate in the process of creation as well. You have to take the steps forward in order to start the manifestation process. So make sure that in order for you to create the wishes, that you also participate in the creation process. And that means following the guidance that's being sent to you, following your heart, following what feels right. It just feels to me like you really want some stuff to happen for you, but you're just kind of in this waiting energy. It's like you're waiting for something to happen. Sometimes you need to take a step yourself, and then things will follow. And like I said, this might not resonate with you right away. This might be something that will happen in the next month or so. But it just feels to me like if you want something to occur in life, you always have to do the work to get there. It always feels like you're in a little bit of a waiting energy. You're waiting for something to happen, but you have to be more. I don't know, the word assertive comes in, but I don't even know what that means. You have to be more active in the creation process of whatever it is that you want to achieve in life. So I hope that helps a bit. It's a good advice for everyone, I think. A lot of people are, they want to achieve stuff and they just send it out, and then they just wait. They wait for something to happen. But in anything in life, yes, send it out, but then get crack-a-lackin' on getting excited about it, starting to take steps. Sometimes we have to follow classes to get to where we want to get. Sometimes we have to apply for what is that called? A license for something. It's about taking the steps. Sometimes we need to ask somebody for advice or help in order to help us to get the process of creation going. So don't just wait for things to happen. Anne-Marie, Dr. Anne-Marie, hello. Dr. Anne-Marie from Australia. Okay. Oh. Kobe loves you. Oh. This is your card. It says moderation. Is there something eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. It feels to me like you're already a very healthy eater, like you do watch what you eat. To me, it feels a little bit more towards, feels like you're going through a little bit of an emotional struggle. It's like you're surrounded by love, but there is something about a relationship that's causing frustration, or that's causing you to not feel good about it. And there's too much focus on that negative energy. And it feels to me like the focus should be on you and your own progress and your own health and things like that. So I think when it comes to the diet, it's more of dieting from a relationship vibe that's not 100%. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Katrina McCabe. Hi, Katrina. Katrina. Oops. Card for Nikki. I'll put Nikki on there, Sylvia. Hi, Nikki. I hope you are doing okay. I hope today is a good day for you and for you as well, Sylvia. Oop, there it goes. This is your card, Katrina. It says pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Katrina, I get a feeling that you are struggling with your physical health. Yeah, it feels to me like you're struggling with physical health problems, and you've been trying to manifest healing for quite some time now. And it feels to me like in order for you to achieve that healing, you're it's like you have to make your intention bigger. You have to make your intention bigger. I'm trying to think how I can word what I'm feeling. Water with lime and lemon. It is a perfect cleanser and it tastes good. Katrina, it feels to me like you have a lot to give to the world. It feels to me like you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of life experience that that you should share with the world. It feels to me like all your aches and pains, all your challenges, are put in place in order for you to help others who are going through similar challenges. So Katrina McCabe, I think the message here for you is, despite the physical aches and pains, the physical problems that are occurring, it feels to me like that journey that you've chosen included these physical challenges and were put into place to help others or to teach others how to deal with it, how to embrace it with a different perspective, how to incorporate spiritual understanding into the struggles that you're going through daily. And I have a tickle in my throat. And through sharing, through helping others, through guiding others, you will start to incorporate your own wisdom into practice yourself, which will lead to the healing. So I hope that makes sense. Whatever's going on physically with you, it feels to me like it has been very challenging. But that was part of the plan for you. And that you are going to use and incorporate spiritual understanding and wisdom into the healing process. And by sharing your journey with others, by inspiring others to join you in that healing process, you will increase the physical healing within you, because you will feel purpose, you will feel intention for your suffering, and that will lead to overall healing, mind, body, and soul. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm getting. Let me know if this resonates with you. This is for Nikki. Nikki. This is for Nikki. Nikki. Let's see which one will pop out for you. Oh, there it goes. And it's on the floor. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So you have protection as well. Protection. So the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I think it is your spiritual team trying to tell you, Nikki, that they are with you. They are always surrounding you, and they are helping you get through the tough times with love and with light, and that you can aid that self-protection by as well sending out the right intention every morning, the right expressing an intention of gratitude for helping you to reduce the pain, to reduce the suffering, to start the healing. So my guide Eric just popped in, and he just wanted you to know that you've gotten so used to the pain on a daily basis that you're no longer, it's almost like you're no longer demanding healing. And that might be on a very subconscious level, but it's like you've gotten so used to living with your daily pains that you stopped demanding, because it's almost like he's going, you gotta fucking ask for it. You have to demand the healing process to continue. You have to demand the reduction of pain, not in a mean way, but it's basically like, this is my life. I can control how much pain I accept, how much pain I allow in, and it's like by expressing that every morning, the moment you wake up, you go, okay, I need my team to reduce the pain for today, to help with the healing, you have to be firm and direct, and you have to say, this is why you're here. This is why I hired you to be with me. Eric's laughing because he's saying, you gotta, you gotta express it. And he says, not because they're not doing that, but he says, when you intentionally ask, you are magnifying their power to help you. Does that make sense? When you intentionally ask, you are giving them permission to go beyond what they've done before. You are feeding their positive energy with more positive energy in order to get a blast of positive energy back into your body to create healing, to create, tell your team what you need that day. Okay, I feel like this is very bad over here. I need you to focus on that, please. Thank you. Express your gratitude for their assistance, but consciously send out the intention, the request of what you need today to be more focused on. And then that way they will be able to assist you even better because you are feeding their energy with more energy. Okay, you're making their power bigger by becoming aware of where they're going to be sending the healing to, what area needs the most healing, and so on and so forth. So I hope that helps, Nikki. Eric says he loves you. So say hi to the family for me. Okay, I'm going to do a few more. Lynn Mayu. I could be wrong. I'm expressing it in the French way. Lynn Mayu. I don't know if, or Mayu. I don't know how you guys say it, but I would. Mayu. Lynn. Oh. There it is. I actually got two for you, Lynn. The first one is this one. It says fairy spotting. So it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. And then you also have this card. Inspiration. Be prepared as soon as you soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So, Lynn Mayu. So it looks to me like you're going to receive a clarity, this kind of, you know how sometimes we get this, we call it a lightning bolt hitting our heads and go, whoa, you're going to get this idea. You're going to get an inspiration sent to you. You're going to be inspired by something. You're going to get this kind of mind-blowing idea that you just can't stop thinking about. When that happens, when your team sends you that idea, believe it so you can receive it. Okay, because it feels to me like they send you a lot of information, but you're always doubtful of what you receive, and by being doubtful you completely dismiss the creation of that idea. So when you get that ding, that lightning bolt into your head and you can't stop thinking about it and you're getting excited about it, start believing that it can come to pass, because then you will create it. Okay? So let me know in the future if you get that idea, what the idea was and how you dealt with it. Regina Lepore. Regina Lepore. Lepore? I don't know. Lepore. Missing my mom. Okay. I know she's with you. My team is shaking their heads. Yes, she is definitely with you. Oh. All right. This is your card, Regina Lepore. Lepore? I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. I'm not good with names. It says divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So, Regina, it sounds to me like you are a natural intuitive, but you are not embracing it. You are not aware of it. Everything happens so naturally that you simply cannot believe what you receive. That's kind of what it feels like to me. But I think they're trying to tell you that you need to acknowledge your abilities. Even if you're not sure what the abilities are, although I feel like you're very clear, what is that called? Clear cognizant. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You, for example, you can go up to a person and you'll start talking to them about, you know, about life, and everything that you're giving them as advice is just going to be spot on in how they needed help. You intuitively know what that person needs to hear, and what you don't know is that you're actually translating what his or her spiritual team is telling you to tell him or her. So you need to embrace your natural ability to channel spirit, to channel messages, even though you think it's just you're just really good. You're just really good at guessing. You're really good at helping people. You're actually naturally passing on messages for them from their spiritual team to guide them in the right direction. But you don't trust it. You don't believe it. And you're very doubtful towards what you receive for yourself. So it's very important to start trusting yourself, but to also acknowledge that you have a gift, even though it comes very naturally. Okay, even though you're not sure, am I really doing that? Yeah, you are, but it's so natural that you just simply are not aware of it. So become aware of it, and then you will see and receive all the validations that you've always been asking for. You have to acknowledge it first, though, because then you're telling it is so, and then you will get the validations. Okay? So I hope that helps, Regina. Ingrid Utler? Ingrid Utler? I hope I say that right. Ingrid Utler from Norway. Sometimes we gotta be patient. So again, for people who are not on my Patreon account, don't be afraid to go check it out. There's tons of spiritual posts on there, which are all channeled messages from spirit, channeled answers to your spiritual questions, extra videos, early access to all the interviews, extra live sessions, and so much more. Oh, there it goes. There's your card. It says friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Ingrid, it feels to me like you do have people around you who love you and support you, but I also feel like not a lot of them fully understand you or know about your spiritual journey. So I could be wrong, but it feels to me like where you're from or where you live, people are very withdrawn in their little groups. They will talk to those that they are close with, but in order to make new friends, it sometimes seems challenging. And so in that, it feels to me like there are a lot of spiritual people around you where you live, but they are I don't know, it just feels like this natural feeling of staying in their familiar groups is not allowing them to reach you. And in that, you sometimes feel a little bit alone in the spiritual journey. So it feels to me like you don't be afraid to seek them out. Don't be afraid, you know, to go to places where spiritual people come together, or where people come together doing things that you're interested in. Don't be afraid to reach out and make a connection. It feels to me that when you send out the intention to receive people who are aligned with your energy frequency right now, who are at the same level frequency wise, when you send out the intention to receive, and when you surround yourself with activities where you can meet like-minded people, your friendship group will grow and will provide, I just feel like fun things are going to happen for you in the future. Like, you know, people coming together in groups, doing a lot of fun spiritual stuff, and so on and so forth. So I feel like your friends circle will expand with new souls who are deeply interested in the same things that you are, and will help you in your journey, and you will help them in their journey. So don't be afraid to reach out and reach out to the universe to get you guys to meet. Don't be afraid to go and look for them. So yeah, send out the intention and people will find you that will then help you in your journey and make this a lot of fun. I hope that helps, Ingrid. I just feel like there's a little bit of loneliness inside of you, you know, and it feels to me like you want to attract new people, but at the same time, you're a little bit hesitant of allowing new people into your circle. So don't be afraid and reach out, go for it. Let's see here. Charlotte Cartwright. Charlotte Cartwright. Okay, Charlotte. Let me know if your cards, if they resonate with you. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't right away. But I have noticed it. Even when I do channelings, Spirit will tell a message and people are like, oh, I have no idea what they're talking about. And then like 6 months later, I get an email saying, you know, that thing, we didn't know what they were saying. It happened just the way they said it. So sometimes they are giving messages for times to still come. Okay. This is for Charlotte Cartwright. I wish I could give all of you a card, but there's 223 people on here. Maybe we'll have to do this more. What do you think? We have to do this more often because this is just like a lot of fun. There it is. We're getting a lot of the same cards today, aren't we? Charlotte, for you, you have ask for help. So angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So Charlotte, it feels to me like you're going through a lot of insecurities in many different aspects of your life. A lot of question marks. You know, it feels like things are changing, things are shifting, things are ending, and you have a lot of questions on what now. They're telling you to ask for their assistance, to ask for help. And Ingrid says, thank you very much. Yes, it does resonate. Oh, good, 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 good. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but free, you know, I call it freedom. It's basically going into a state of just being, going into a state of just being, and not asking any questions, not asking for any answers, just be present, focus on your breath, focus on your body, how it moves up and down as you breathe. Just calm down, listen to some music, relaxing music or anything like that, and get yourself to a nice calm state. And then don't ask for help. Don't say, I need help, I need answers, because then you're forcing it again and it's not going to help. But just allow yourself to be at peace, and do that every day. And you will notice that the more you do that, the more the answers will come to you, the more you will create space for the answer to find you, or the guidance to find you. So whatever's going on, Charlotte, it just feels like there's a lot of stuff happening and changing, and a lot of question marks, but they're making me feel like everything is working. It will work out. Everything will work out. Just don't be afraid to ask for help and guidance, so you feel more comfortable with what's going on. Okay. Okay. Let's do Pamela Road Night. Marybeth Cox. I hope I don't say that wrong. Marybeth Cox. I'm just going to write a few more down. Cindy Bathgate. I know I'm going to be disappointing a lot of people. I'm so sorry. Liz. She's going, me. Yeah, happy 4th of July to everyone in America. All right. And let's see here. Let's do Elmer too. Elmer. What is it? Vocali? I don't know. I didn't see it right. Okay, Pam, start with you. What will it be? What will it be? Plimsoll, I love you too, honey. Am I accepting donations? Always, because there's a donation link on my website. Gerald and our work is very limited right now because I am, since March, whoop, there it is. There you go. There's your card, Pam. It says, wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? That's such a card for you. Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Okay, so what I'm getting is that we all know you're wise beyond your years. You know that as well. But what I'm getting is that you're still internally unsure about where you want to go, what you want to do, how you want to shape it, you know, how you want to shape what you want to take it, you know, what direction exactly. And it feels to me like you're still kind of trying different things to see what works and what doesn't work, what you like and what you don't like. So they're saying you have to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. So you need to trust. It feels to me like you need to open up the communication with your spirits. You trust the intuitive guidance that they're sending you, but you're still unsure to directly communicate with them. So don't be afraid to have a full-blown conversation with them, and in doing so, receiving the guidance to what direction or what shape or how you want to shape things or form things or package it, however you want to call it. So don't be afraid to have one-on-one direct communication and trust what you feel. Trust what you feel. I feel like you do that a little bit with certain spirits, but you're still you're still unsure, because it's always hard when you have to do it for ourselves, isn't it? You know, I can speak of that. You know, it's always hard. Am I really hearing that? They're making me feel like your communication is so much more advanced than you think, but it's your doubts, your worries, that your kind of need for safety that that kind of hinders full-blown, open, unfiltered communication. I hope that helps. Pamela. Marybeth. Takax. I don't know. It's T-A-C-A-K. Takax. Oh. It jumped out. This is your card for Marybeth. Your card, Marybeth, says, go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful piece of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Marybeth, it feels to me like you, Pamela Ronut, bang on, sweetie. Thank you. You're welcome, honey. I love you. Marybeth, it feels to me a little bit like you're fearful of going outside. You're a little bit what's the English word? I was going to say hermit, but you're not a hermit. You're locking yourself up a little bit. And it almost feels like there's fear attached to it. Fear of the outside, fear of what's going on out there, fear of the unknown. And they're basically saying you need to connect more to nature, because you're physically harming yourself. It feels to me like you need the energy of nature to heal. It feels to me like you're an empath as well, that you really need nature to recuperate, to re-energize, to keep a certain balance. And you've been kind of cooped up inside, and that's causing imbalance, because you have nothing really to tap into energetically to create a balance again, to create energy again. So go outside, connect to nature, ground yourself, you know, put your naked feet into that grass or into sand if possible. And, you know, hug a tree, talk to the plants, talk to the birds, connect to nature, and re-energize yourself, rebalance yourself, because it feels to me like your energy is very wibbly wobbly right now. And it's all because you're kind of, you know, you're staying in a certain bubble that's not feeding you with the right energy. I hope that helps. Marybeth. Cindy. Bathgate. Bathgate. The gate to the bath. And at the end, we'll do a collective card for everyone. Card that everyone needs. You also have the card moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Cindy, I keep seeing sweets, sugary things. I feel like there's an overload of sugar intake, and I don't know if that is candy or anything like that, but there might be in processed foods. It might be, you know, they add sugar to everything. So I keep seeing sugar intake is too large. So try and move towards pure vegetables and pure fruits, because you'll get your sugar intake through the fruits, but they are good good fruits, good sugars. So try to avoid anything that's processed foods. Or you might not be aware of it right now, but there's your card. Okay, Liz, it says magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. It feels to me, Liz, that I'm very similar. I always feel alone in my journey. They're making me feel like you have that same thing. Despite always surrounded with your team, you're always surrounded with spirit of their presence, even if you don't feel their presence. But you have to trust that these voices or your spiritual team, the moment you start trusting, the moment you were going to notice that, well, I would never say that. Or they're giving you information that you don't know and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely not me. So the only way, you know, is a bumper sticker or whatever, you're going to start seeing more and more messages from them the more you validate their presence. Because understand it, in this reality, your mind creates your reality. If you don't believe they're there, you're not going to feel them. You're not going to hear them, because you are literally building up a wall that they cannot penetrate. But if you're opening the doors wide open, you're saying, I know you're there. I know you can hear me. I'm going to talk to you, and you're going to talk back to me, and you acknowledge that every day. I can guarantee you in a few weeks, you will start to receive the validation that they're with you. You will start to receive messages. Okay, so I hope that helps. Open up. You are surrounded. Elmer Bocali. I don't know if I say that right. Uh-oh, it's buffering. Can you guys still see me? Can you guys still see me? Let me know. Some people say it's buffering. All right. This is for Elmer. Elmer Bocali. I don't know if I say the last name wrong because it went so fast. This is your card. Okay. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So Elmer, it looks to me like you have a question that needs answering. They're basically saying you will find it in a book, the answer. So trust your guidance. You know, ask ask your team, can you direct me or guide me to the right book that I need to find the answer? And you will see that things will pop up. Things will pop up on, let's say you're going to the internet, and books will be suggested, for example. Books will be suggested, for example. So the answer can be found in a book. And it will bring the insight that you're seeking. So don't be afraid to reach out and go online. Type in the question that you have and see what book pops up and then ask your team if this is the right book for you, and they will send you validation. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop here for today. People are saying it's buffering, although on my end it seems to be okay. Liz Lupiles, thank you everybody for helping me to receive my message. So welcome. Thank you. Let me know if you guys resonated with the cards or if you didn't resonate. If you guys want me to do more of these, let me know too in the comments below. Cassie, do you do personal readings? I do, but I am fully booked for the rest of the year. You can go to my website, www.emanuellemcintosh.com. You can sign up for my free newsletter there. And then when my schedule reopens, when I start to offer more other services, you will be notified in that newsletter. So because it's about being quick. Once I open my schedule up, I usually have several thousands of people trying to get get their hands on a reading. So it's about being quick and being there the first day when it opens. Right now, I'm still catching up on a lot of canceled readings due to the corona pandemic. Gerald and I are full-time taking care of our 2 handicapped children, which is taking up most of our energy, most of our attention. So we can only do 1 session per day instead of 4 to 5, what we used to do. So we are probably going to need a whole year to just catch up on everything that's been canceled. Keep in mind, I do about 2,000 to 3,000 readings in a year. So I'm a little tired, and I'm using this time off to recuperate as well. So it probably won't open until next year. If it opens up earlier, the newsletter will tell you when it opens. I know some people have been waiting for me to reopen the healing stones that come with a personalized message from your spiritual team explaining why they chose this stone for you. And the reason I haven't opened that up yet is because the borders are closed. There are no airplanes flying from Belgium to America, for example. So I don't even know when it would be able to reach you after you've paid. I've sent 25 t-shirts, Rolling with Emma t-shirts in March all over the world. And so far, 3 people have received their t-shirts. That's it. And we're July. So because all the borders were closed, no airplanes were flying out. Everything has been on hold, and I really hope that all those t-shirts will find the right owners one day. But that's why I haven't opened that yet, because I just simply don't know if I can even send it to you guys. So our income's a little bit limited right now. So if you would like to donate and support us so we can continue to do this job, don't be afraid to go on the website. There's also a donation button right there, so we can continue to provide free sessions like this, free interviews on YouTube, and so on and so forth. You know, I know it's challenging for everyone. So I wish I could, you know, help everyone out at this moment. But we're very limited right now in what we can do work-wise. And like I said, I have a Patreon account. You can go to patreon.com//Emanuelle McIntosh. I write posts every week, pick out questions from you guys about spiritual topics, and I allow my spiritual team or sometimes celebrities to come in and answer that question for you. When you sign up, it's $3 per month. You can quit at any moment in time. You can also provide more if you want to give more than $3. It's really kind of a donation place where you actually get something in return. And every post that I post on there, only Patreon members can see, and you also get it in your email, so you won't miss out on any of the posts that I made. And you get a lot of extras. You get you get to see early access to celebrity interviews. You get behind the scenes interviews. You see how I how I do before an interview and after, how I come out of the interview. We do topic live sessions where we choose a spiritual topic. We go on live and you guys can ask all your questions about that topic, and I will try and answer as many as I can, and so on and so forth. So you get a lot for a small donation. So that's greatly appreciated by myself and my entire family. We appreciate, and I want to express my gratitude and my love to everyone who's already donated or who has joined our Patreon account. It is truly a lifesaver right now financially. So I want to thank you guys for showing up. I know I'm probably missing a lot of people because there's so many of you. But if you guys want, we can do this on another time. Again, let me know if you want me to continue this kind of thing. And that's it. I think that's it. All right. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.